What's going on, guys? Austin here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at 5-Minute Fantasies Week 10, booming and busting wide receivers. My start of the week, this week, I'm going to say is Calvin Ridley. For the reason that I think that Atlanta is going to get down, Mohamed Sanu is gone, so now a lot of those targets that were at the bottom have to come up. I think that Atlanta is going to get down to New Orleans, so Atlanta's going to have to pass. And Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback that I really love, he's going to be on Julio Jones. Now, Julio's going to get his points. He absolutely will. But I think Calvin Ridley's really, if Atlanta wants to have a chance at staying in this game competitively, Calvin Ridley's going to be the X factor in this game. Start Golden Tate against the New York Jets. The Jets do not know how to cover wide receivers. They don't know how to tackle wide receivers, should I say. And Golden Tate, in the last 15 years of the NFL, is the most untackleable wide receiver, maybe player. He may be the most untackleable player, depending on how you feel about Adrian Peterson or LaDainian Tomlinson. Jeez, couldn't think of that guy's name. His yards after the catch, it's completely unprecedented, the amount of times that he's led the league. So look for him to have a huge game for the Giants if they want to stay in this game and be competitive. Jarvis Landry, Buffalo has potentially a top 3 cornerback so far this year in Tre'Davious White, I believe was a first-round pick out of LSU a couple years ago. Odell's going to get shut down. So part of this video, sit Odell, start Jarvis Landry, because if Cleveland wants to win this game, they're going to have to send the forced targets that they always give Odell, and they're just going to have to let them go to Jarvis. I'm going to say start Keenan Allen. The Oakland Raiders, I believe, are the 30th ranked team when it comes to pass defense. They don't really have much of a pass rush, and they don't really have much in the way of cornerbacks. I know that Keenan Allen, he started out hot. He's been really slow. He seems like he's always had more talent than production. Keenan Allen, if the Chargers want to win this game, is going to have a huge game. I'm going to say start DJ Moore going up against Green Bay. I think that, a few things, the fact that Green Bay can get up early and that Kyle Allen is going to have to pass a few times. He's going to have to pass farther than however far Christian McCaffrey is down the field. I think DJ Moore is going to be getting a lot of those targets, a lot of the separation yards. And then I'm going to say start Larry Fitzgerald for the same reason that I said start Jameis Winston, is that this is a game where it's going to be extremely high scoring. It's two good offenses versus two pretty bad defenses in terms of the passing game. Larry Fitzgerald is going to have probably, I think he may lead the game in receptions, and this may be his highest reception game so far this season. In terms of sit, I'm going to say sit Juju Smith-Schuster against the Los Angeles Rams. Why? He's going to be going up against Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, who, for the first, whatever it was, like 4 or 5 weeks, however much he played this season, his name had kind of been like tampered down on the list. Jalen Ramsey's the best cornerback in football. He just hasn't had a chance to show it yet this year. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's not going to be able to get any separation. The Los Angeles Rams do have a pass rush. I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game, but it's not going to be through Juju. I'm going to say sit Tyler Boyd. I think that the fact that they're starting a rookie quarterback whose name I don't even know right now, along with the fact that it's going up against the Baltimore defense, who I think feels completely reinvigorated with Marcus Peters, is absolutely going to just shut down anything that Cincinnati Bengals are going to be doing this week. I already said it. Sit Odell Beckham. He's going up against Tre'Davious White. It's just a bad matchup. I'm going to say sit DK Metcalf, because San Francisco is not good at necessarily shutting down a star wide receiver, but they're good at shutting down receivers in general. So I think that any passes that are going to be serious need to catch passes are mostly going to go to Tyler Lockett, because that's who Russell Wilson has his connection with. And I don't think that DK Metcalf can really survive, even potentially probably being covered by Richard Sherman, just because, the drop-off between Richard and guy number 2 on that roster is not that great. So I wouldn't be surprised if Richard Sherman single-covered DK Metcalf and they put the number 2 cornerback with the free safety hanging over Tyler Lockett for most of the game. And then I'm going to say sit Kenny Golladay, because every time that Kenny Golladay has a good game, the Lions win. Every time that he has a bad game, the Lions lose. They flip-flop between Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay in terms of who's having the big games. When Marvin Jones has the big games, the Lions normally lose. I don't know if there's a meaning to that, or if that's, indicative of anything about who those players are and how valuable they are. But I think that the Chicago Bears are going to want to put their best cornerback, Kyle Fuller, on Kenny Golladay. That, coupled with the fact that Chicago has a good pass rush, I think it's going to have to be a short, intermediate game, a lot of passes to, even though Marvin Jones seems like a good deep threat, I think Kenny Golladay is a deeper deep threat. Look to sit him if you have any kind of coin flip better options so far this week.